Bum ba-dum ba-da-da-da-dum. Da-na-na, da-da-da-da. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream, people. How are we doing? Apologies if I'm not going to be 100% energy today. I don't feel particularly well. I didn't feel very well earlier in the week. I thought I kind of got better, but now I still don't feel great. Got a dodgy tummy. Main thing, really. Just feeling a bit fatigued. But we move. Welcome to the stream, everyone. To the Quali stream. I haven't done one of these for a while, have I? Not since the Monaco Grand Prix. Round 7. We're now in round 12. So thank you all for coming. Hello, Fabian, Foxy, Melina. Good to see you, mate. Pacific Girl, Kang, Jassa, Katie, Deadline, Lavish, Mr. Sandwich, Daniel, Nick. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for coming. I'll be fine. I'll get through. All right? I'll get through. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Good to see you all. Here, Brighton. It's not early. It's afternoon. French Grand Prix qualifying is what we are here for. Quali number 12 of the season. Number 12. Actually, something I could do. Hang on. If I'm going to do is get up the... Because if you don't follow me on Twitter, first of all, what are you doing? Secondly, after every qualifying session, I always post my qualifying head-to-heads. Not my head-to-heads. The head-to-heads, okay? The factual, non-debatable head-to-heads. That's why I'll share them. So we can keep up. See what's going on, right? Now, I want to find where the head-to-heads are at the moment because I would have shared them on Twitter and eventually I will come across them at some point. Because, I mean, all in all, in this year, there's been no complete whitewashes, but there has been fairly heavy bias one way or the other. Fairly heavy British bias one way or the other. Actually, if I do this, and then you can see me, hello. Also, why have I... Look at this. Look at this. Awful stream. Like, I don't even fit the frame properly. There you go. God. What an absolute novice. Right here. Okay, so window capture. I want to capture this. Boom. Here we go. So far this year, this is, and I don't know why this has changed as well. The way that I resize is kind of buggered up. But anyway, whatever. These are the head-to-heads so far in qualifying this season after 11 rounds. This is, of course, round 12. So there's a lot of 9-2s, a few 9-3s, 7-4, 7-2, and a 6-5. So it's Russell Hamilton who are the closest. Obviously, bear in mind that, yes, Lewis has been a bit more experimental with his setups. So I reckon that accounts for some of that gap. Or some of why Russell is ahead. Don't get me wrong, Russell's done a fantastic job, but I think that's a fair point to consider. Be interesting to see. Obviously, Sainz is starting at the back, so this will be 10-2 to Leclerc. Like pretty much guaranteed because there's no real value in Sainz sticking a lap in, right? Is there? There's no point. Albon 9-2 to Latifi. Now, obviously, Latifi's got the upgrades. Didn't look too bad in practice. I tweeted this earlier, either yesterday or earlier today. I've got a good feeling about Latifi today. Or this weekend, good feeling. Norris, Ricciardo. I mean, hopefully Daniel can pull it out of his arse. That'd be nice to see. Magnussen, Schumacher. Can Schumacher retain the momentum he seems to have built over the last couple of races? Few races. Bottas, Joe. I think Joe's doing a good job. Verstappen, Looks like the car development's maybe got away from him a bit. They've turned it into a bit more of a pointy car, which is a quicker car, which Max seems to be able to extract and Sergio doesn't, seemingly. People saying Sky is broken. To be fair, I haven't checked. So I've got Sky Q on my laptop, so I mean, hopefully it'll work. Gasly, Tsunoda. AlphaTauri, yeah, Gasly's actually looked quite quick in practice, so we'll see. Vettel, Stroll, Aston Martin's look like the slowest car now, just based off what we've seen this morning and yesterday in practice. Let's see, Sky Germany is broken. Oh dear. Well, welcome. All right, I am not Sky Germany. I am Sky British Bias. Okay. But yeah, we are at round 12. As you lot are saying that, I am going to make sure I can actually get my Sky Q open. Or Sky Go, sorry, not Sky Q. Sky Go. That's what it is over here. And we'll see. We'll see. Hello, Bjorn. Good to see you, mate. Hoping for some good times from Lando. Well, big upgrades for McLaren. So they are... Why is it saying I need to install Sky Go? I literally have it installed. What are you doing? Yeah, we'll see. McLaren, big upgrades. Side pods, floor, I think, as well. We'll see. We'll see. Right. Get this all set up. Now, obviously, predictions-wise, I like to do the bottom 5 and top 5. Now, obviously, bottom 5, we know that Sainz is taking full penalty. We know that Kevin Magnussen as well is taking big penalties. So them two will be starting at the back. So I'm anticipating they won't be putting lap times in that they kind of care about, because what's the point? So my bottom 5 are as follows. I've gone Sainz, Magnussen at the bottom. I've gone Stroll, Vettel, and then Latifi. Still doesn't get out of Q1, but is better than both Aston Martins. Because Aston, not looking good. Not looking good. And don't get me wrong, right? This would still be, I think, all in all, this would be a step forward. Obviously, Nicky's got the upgrades now, so that's what I'm saying. Tsunoda instead of Go Tiffy, maybe. Alex Q. Look, that's the thing. Williams seem to have taken, from what we saw in FP1, 2 and 3, I would say, they seem to have taken a significant step forward. I just hope it's not hot air. I hope it's actual, real performance, Because, I mean, I hope it's not hot air. Yeah, my Sky's working fine. I've got my Sky Q going. Boom. I mean Sky Go. I keep calling it Sky Q. So they're my bottom 5. And we'll come back and reflect on these, see if I was right, see if I was wrong. Then my top 5. I said, where's Ricardo? I think McLaren upgrades. I think they'll be out of Q1. Top 5. I've gone Leclerc on pole, ahead of Verstappen. I think the Ferraris looked very strong yesterday. I think that they will still just about have the edge. I know them Red Bulls look very good today, but we don't know fuel loads. There's a lot of context. I think Charles will get pole, and I think Charles will win the race as well. I'm saying that. Your opinion is wrong. Carter from the future. Show us your fantasy team. You know why I haven't been showing you my fantasy team over recent weeks? I can't log into my account for some reason. It just won't let me log in. So I have no idea how good or bad my fantasy team's doing. I know I have Verstappen and Leclerc, and I have Albon. I think I had Ocon. He's got good points. So I think I had an alright team. I don't know if any of you can check my team, see how my team's doing. Because I did set up a Tommo F1 to C League, so we'll see. I've got a Lewis P3, which, Lewis didn't have FP1, but I believe. Then Fernando P4 and Sergio P5, because I think like Sergio's looks a bit all at sea, honestly, like, which is a shame. But I think as well, it was. I think you could definitely argue it was an inevitability that car development would go in a more, and I don't want to say in a more Verstappen's focused way. I want to say in a more pointy nose way, right? Which doesn't just suit Verstappen. You know, I'm sure Fernando would be able to bring a lot of pace out of that car. You know, some cars are more understeery, some are more oversteery. Some are more pointy on the nose, some are more balanced. And I just think that Red Bull philosophy that works really well with Max is also works really well for the team. They've, you know, got a championship now. They've consistently been kind of up there. You know, they haven't been able to fight with Mercedes for most of the turbo hybrid era, but they've been winning races most seasons and like competitive. So I think it was always inevitably going to move in that direction. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem that Sergio's is able to move in that direction as well. I do wonder as well, like, is it on Red Bull to try and get AlphaTauri to almost like coach and mentor Yuki in a way to be able to drive these nose pointy cars? Because I don't know what Yuki Tsunoda's driving style is, to be honest. Like, you know, typically we hear about these with the big drivers, like what their kind of style is. I don't know what Yuki's is, but I feel like they're lining him up long term for that seat alongside Max. You know, it's probably in their best interest to make sure that they are getting a driver who is able to drive that type of car quickly. And Yuki's still so young and really mentor him in that direction, you know. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Those are my predictions for the French Grand Prix. Right, so coverage is starting. 3 minutes till go time. I'll get my old timer set up. Also, and you know, Hungary next weekend. I don't think I'm going to do a... I don't think I'm going to do a Quali Watchalong. This may well be the last Tommo on YouTube F1 Quali Watchalong on this channel ever. This may be the last one. Because there is something new that is... I'm keeping the details super undercovers, all right? It's something incredibly exciting that I'm absolutely buzzing for that's coming. And let's just say it's around the live coverage of the sport. In the way, like, I'm covering this Quali live, okay? And it's bigger than I think most of you would predict. But it's not like... I'm not working for F1, don't worry. That's not going to happen. Or Sky Sports, no, it's not going to happen. No, it's bigger. It's bigger than me replacing Crofty, all right? It's bigger than that. It's been a while in the works, but it's coming, and I'm very excited. Very excited. But anyway, no one's said it because you wouldn't be able to kind of predict it, I suppose. Anyway, right. So Q1 is going to be shortly underway. So let's get the timer ready. Actually, I want to get an understanding of everyone who's watching. Who is watching qualifying? Who here? Who here is watching qualifying themselves? Because I want to know how many of you watching this are also watching qualifying, and how many of you can't watch qualifying, so are just relying on me for your live coverage of qualifying. Tommo Squarespace Racing. Don't forget to like the stream as well. Go on, quickly like the stream. Stream. Go and like the stream. Okay. Well, yeah, obviously you're watching me. That goes without saying. But I'm saying how many of you are watching Quali? Okay, so 3/4 of you are also are watching qualifying and watching me. That's cool. That's cool. But 27% of you aren't. So you are reliant on me for your following procedure. Well, I do my best to. Oh man, my tummy doesn't feel great. That's such a childish way to refer to it as well. My tummy, ow, my tummy. Sky in Germany is down. Oh no. Or should I say, och nein? Is that right? Because 9 is no in Germany. Right, Q1 has begun. Let's see what my time is saying. So I reckon, I'm going to guess I'm 45 seconds behind. Damn it. No. Okay, the time is wrong. I'm more than 45 seconds behind. Let's do... Oh. No, I'm over a minute behind. Mad. I'm like 7 seconds. So if I do 10:06, that should be start. Right. If anyone wants to, there we go. Oh wait. What am I doing? What am I actually doing? I'm honestly so stupid. Right. It's 19. You idiot. There we go. Okay. If anyone wants to synchronize, who's watching live wants to synchronize their feed to this, to my reactions, then this is the time I'm seeing on screen right now. I know I'm having a howler, John. I don't feel very well. I'm operating at a reduced % capacity, okay, from my normal optimum levels of excellence. Okay. Anyway, who needs the German stream when you have the Tommo F1? Ich bin ein... I don't know any German. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm like a minute behind. I mean, look, I'm literally hardwired into my internet, and I'm watching Sky Go. So, not much more I can do, I'm afraid. Let's on my. Okay, man, I don't feel well. Ash, thank you for the 179, mate. Does first actually matter? Race decided by deg and strategy. No, you're right. It doesn't really. Like, to be honest, you know, it's not like in F2 where there are points for qualifying first. I feel like Le Castellet is a track where you can definitely overtake. So, whichever team, Ferrari, Red Bull, whichever team nails, you know, strategy, deg, point of view, is going to win the race. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Right, Pierre Gasly is on a push lap. Hello, Johnny from Grace. Welcome, mate. Oh, yeah, my desktop audio's on, isn't it? Whoops. I've turned it off now. You don't have to listen to Paul de Resta anymore. It's a bit. I think it's. I do wonder as well. Like if I wonder what the because obviously YouTube has like automatic copyright stuff, right? And I do wonder how, because I've been caught by it like once. I do wonder. Yeah, I do wonder where the line is. Because obviously I want you listening to me. You don't need to listen to Paul de Resta, all right. And thank you, Ated, for the £2. Behind Monaco, this is the worst track of the year. Yeah, that's interesting. I think there's more to it. I think there's more to why people don't like Le Castellet typically than just the track, because it gets a lot of overtakes. The quality of the overtakes definitely is you can argue that they aren't that great because a lot of DRS passes. Something I saw Jonty on Twitter mention yesterday actually as well. because there's so much runoff, you don't have that same sense of speed when you're watching the cars at Circuit Paul Ricard compared to when the cars are more hemmed in. So that same sense of speed, you don't quite get it, which I would agree with. I think that makes a lot of sense. Come on, Alonso, my little baby. My little baby, come on, Alonso, and your French friend Ocon. Is that a song? Is that like a chant from the stands? I like that random cat. That's good. That's good. Can I show it, please? No, Fabian. I will be deleted by Formula One. I can't just stream qualifying. It doesn't work like that, I'm afraid. Sky Germany's still down, man. Well, welcome. Guten Tag to all my German followers. There's a lot of you, actually. About 4.2% of my audience in the last month have been from Deutschland. So, I've only been to Berlin. Where else? No, just Berlin. I love Berlin, actually. I could live in Berlin, definitely. Definitely. Very livable city. I really liked it. Actually, no, there's more American. Not the rest is British. There's more Americans in the last month than. Although I was in America, so I was streaming on American at good times in America, weren't I? So that kind of makes sense, but still, technically more Yanks than British biases. But there you go. Right. Okay. So. We've had Leclerc, Perez, Bottas, Tsunoda, Joe, Gasly, Stroll, Schumacher and Vettel all put times in so far. So Vettel's was the slowest, 2/10 behind Mick. 2/10 off of Lance as well. And then, bloody hell, yeah, the gap between Seb's. So Seb's 2.3 off of Leclerc. Perez over half a second off of Leclerc on that first run. And the AlphaTauri's looking nice, got the right pace and you know, Alfa Romeo, Bottas has put 6.5 tenths on Joe's head at the minute. Hey, John from Chicago. Love Chicago. Love Chicago. Appreciate it, mate. Podium prediction. Well, my top 5 prediction was this. Leclerc, Verstappen, Hamilton, Alonso, Perez. But we'll see. We will see. We shall see. Max is on a lap at the minute, just going through the final sector. So we've only had half the field put lap times in so far. Both AlphaTauris, both Alfa Romeos, both Aston Martins. Where's Max putting it? He goes slower than Leclerc by 1.5 tenths. Quicker in the middle sector, purple middle, but slower than Charles in the first and third. So Verstappen half a second ahead of Sergio, but still behind Charles. Lewis coming round now. Get a bit of a tow at the end as well from Esteban. So that's not all bad for Lewis. Puts him up to only P6. So behind Bottas and Norris, Russell goes P7. So slots in just behind Lewis. If you think like George and Lewis have been the closest in quali of all the teammate pairings this year. I know they have like statistically, but I'm saying as well, just in terms of the pace has felt very similar. So also, by the way, like obviously I am on a bit of a delay. So as we get towards the end of Q1, the lap times will start coming in thick and fast. So don't look at the live chat if you don't want spoilers towards the end of each session. You know what I'm saying? So when there's 2 minutes to go, I just stop looking at the live chat. Sorry. I ignore you all for the last 2 minutes. I'm sorry. Thank you, Trey, for the £2. Pole for Russell. I mean, optimistic. Because, I mean, this is what I said, like, there's been a lot of noise around Mercedes at various times throughout the year. Where it's like, oh, Mercedes have turned the corner and they've caught up. And we'd never quite seen it. You know? Yes, there were times at Silverstone where Lewis was the fastest car, but in terms of actually being able to convert that and really fight, we just haven't there's been expectation, but it's not quite delivered. Okay, we've got a few more times in now. So Albon put it P12, just behind Ricciardo, just ahead of Gasly. And then Latifi has put it into P16 so far. Again, with K-Mag, Verstappen. Checo may have partially... It didn't really block Max. It didn't look like he had to... Max was brave enough to keep his foot in. Ooh. Yeah, there's a bit... You get traffic issues. There's definitely traffic issues going in. Because this last sector is so tight and twisty. Obviously, when you're a car, you've got someone like going like the clappers behind you. And your engineer's telling you, oh, they're like 2 seconds behind. Obviously, you still got to look in your mirrors and, you know... It's hard to put too much. It's difficult. Like there's no surprise that you're getting drivers getting in each other's way a lot around a track like this because of that final sector. I think All right. So currently everyone's set a time apart from Sainz and Magnussen, who I anticipate will not set a time. So P1 currently you've got Leclerc, Verstappen, Perez top 3. Then Norris, Alonso, top 5. Then 6, Bottas. 7, Hamilton. 8, Russell. 9, Ocon. 10, Tsunoda. I'd love to carry on, but they've just got rid of the timing graph. So we're watching a POV of Carlos Sainz right now, where you can... The helmet cam is cool. It is very cool. Leclerc's complaining about doing the second push. Because you want to save compound, right, for later on in the session. So yeah, I mean, I do. Is there any point of Ferrari going again? Probably not. Right. Okay. So then you've got 11 Ricciardo, 12 Albon, 13 Gasly, 14 Stroll, 15 Joe, and then it's Schumacher, Latifi, Vettel are your bottom 3 who are looking currently like they're going to get knocked out. But only 27 thousandths between Mick and Joe. So there you go. Sainz goes up to P3. I wonder why they've run Sainz. I don't know. I'm sure there's reason. I'm sure there's good reason. Bit more track time, bit more track knowledge maybe. Sainz will be starting from the back regardless. Doesn't look like Kev's going anywhere anytime soon. I guess that means that Sainz starts 19 instead of 20. So, fair enough. Because K-Mag is not going anywhere. So yeah, now it is Joe, Schumacher, Latifi, Vettel. Because of course the penalty, like Sainz could get into Q3 if he wanted to. But there's no point. He's put himself P19 by putting this lap time in now. So this now puts Joe in the elimination zone. Means that Sainz starts one position higher, but then whoever finishes 16th, who would have finished 15th, if Sainz hadn't run, doesn't get an opportunity to run in Q2. Did that make sense? I think I explained that. Sainz can give Leclerc a tow. Good point. Cyril, good point. Could potentially use Carlos to help out Charles if need be. I guess as well, obviously Carlos has got to get through Q2, but you can imagine, you think like maybe tyres, like, is it worth it? Is it worth putting that extra mileage on the car? Full tilt as well, full tilt engine mode to potentially give Charles a little bit of a tow. Maybe not. Because Charles can still get a tow. You can't only get towed from your teammate, so some decision making going on there. Is it worth the risk? That's the question. Especially when it's so bloody hot. I'm glad, like, in the UK it's nowhere near as hot as it was. But it's still pretty damn hot in France. So I'm grateful for that. Anyway, Q1, cars back out on track. So again, it's Joe, Schumacher, Latifi and Vettel all currently in the elimination zone. So Stroll P15. This will look. People, I think, the consensus, and I think we've seen it consistently, and unless Nicky pulls out something really impressive here, he's probably going out. We're not seeing Nicky really operating close to his teammate, and that's not really happened at all over these last 3 seasons in Formula One. But Stroll can out-qualify Seb, can outrace Seb. We've seen that. Not that often, but we have seen that. Maybe, a quarter, a third of the time, Stroll does a better job. And that tells me that, Stroll's still only 23. I do, don't get me wrong. I think that, when he got his opportunity in the sport, he very much, I think Sergei Sorokin did a better job than him in the Williams back in the day. But I think Lance has matured and developed into a good racing driver and someone who I think can merit being in Formula One. Do I think he's anything special? Absolutely not. But all I'm saying is that on his day he can outperform Seb, which is huge. On Latifi's day, he's not. We've not seen him have his day in 3 years. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Do you think that Stroll gets upgrades ahead of Seb? I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, look. Obviously, you're bringing upgrades. It makes sense to give it to one car before the other, and it's nothing to do with any teammate bias. It's just to do with optimizing. But anyway, right. 1.5 minutes to go. Don't look at live chat if you don't want spoilers. Okay. Currently, it is Joe, Schumacher, Latifi, Vettel, and of course Magnussen, who are going out. Magnussen is definitely out because he's not running because he's got engine penalties. So there's no point. Sainz has put a lap in. So Sainz will get out of Q1 here to put him ahead of K-Mag. So he'll start P19. Joe pushing and dropped it. Not fully. Held it. But kind of dropped it and then grabbed it again. He would have lost a lot of time there, though, Zhou Guanyu. I think that would definitely be a yellow middle sector. How much time's he lost? Currently, he is out, and I think Zhou Guanyu's French Grand Prix qualifier, it's half a second down. And Albon spun. Nice, Alex. Well done. What we love to see. He's not in a wall, though, so it's fine. And he's P13, so maybe he did that tactically. No, everyone's fine, right? So yeah, little wiggle for Zhou Guanyu, spin for Alex Albon, but no one's hit a wall. That's the thing. Le Castellet, big runoff, so you can make those mistakes and still live to fight another day. Unless Joe absolutely nailed that final set, so I'm pretty sure he's out. Zhou Guanyu does not improve. He is definitely out. P16 currently. K-Mag is obviously last. Georgie boy's on a push one. I don't think he really needs to worry too much, does he? It was yellow first sector, Yuki yellow middle sector, Stroll green first and second sector, currently P15, so he is safe at the minute. But he'll probably need to improve because you anticipate that Mick and maybe Seb will be able to improve as well. Russell doesn't improve, stays where he is. Yuki's 2 seconds down. I reckon he lost out maybe to the Albon spin, potentially. Stroll, where's Lance going to stick it? Go on, Lancey boy. Where's he? Oh, no. He lost loads of time in the last sector. Schumacher, up to P10. Well done, Mick. Vettel is improving as well. And he goes up to P11. And Stroll's out. And Latifi. Magnus K-Mag put a lap in right at the end. Goes up to P6. Doesn't go quicker than Sainz. And Latifi is last. it seems. Right, we're seeing a replay of Alex's spin. So he's going into the chicane down the straight and just drops it, turning in on the left, maybe just carrying a bit too much speed. Big flat spots on those soft tyres, Alex. Well done, mate. Not your finest hour, but there you go. He's out of Q1. Oh, track limits. Oh no, Mick. Track limits. Mick's out. Mick track limited. Mick, you fool. He was like P10. So it's Latifi. It's Schumacher. Traffic problems for Stroll at the end, so maybe that will lead to something. Mick Schumacher track limits deleted. Stroll and Gasly is out. Gasly, Pierre's gonna be 16 thousandths behind Albon as well. Ooh. Ooh. Pierre Gasly is gonna be absolutely livid. He's gonna be a very angry Frenchman. Oh Pierre. Oh Pierre, what are you like, eh? There you go. Stroll and Pierre had exactly the same time. Yeah, that's a good point. Both 16 thousandths behind Alex Albon. So, tight margins. Tight margins. Alex calculated this. Yeah, that's what I mean. He spun at the exact right time. I'm joking. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, shame for Schumacher that. It's Albon gained from Schumacher having his track time deleted. That's Schumacher's potentially looking at a Q3 again, but track limits, fine margins, and he's made the mistake. Stroll complained about traffic. Not sure if Gasly got hit by that as well. So maybe there'll be some, because we see that quite a lot, don't we? After the fact, we'll see replays of traffic and people obscuring and obstructing and blah, blah, blah. So, not good for Mick Schumacher. It's fine margins, but at the end of the day, track limits are track limits, mate. So, white line's the white line. But lucky Albon once again. Yes, Harry Potter, the boy who lived. That's who Alex Albon is. He's the boy who lived to fight in Q2. I think, look, the Williams is definitely taking a step forward. Obviously, Alex only set one lap. And got into Q2 because he spun on his second push. So, just saying, that's pretty good. I think the Williams is clearly taking a step forward. What was the... let me double check what the delta was between Latifi and the rest. Because usually Latifi is like a mile off the back, right? F1 website, are you going to show me Q1? No? You're just going to sit there? Oh, sick. Oh, sick. That's fantastic. Why don't you just show me the time deltas? Oh, the F1 website doesn't want to show me the time deltas. Alright, whatever. Thank you, Luisma, for the €5. Another torn for Gasly meh season. I mean, he was looking fast in practice, wasn't he? Let's get the older Schumacher. Turn 3 track limits for Mick. 1.28. What do you mean? Latifi was 1.28 off of the back. No, he wasn't. Surely not. Really? Well, Haas don't seem to agree with Mick's time being deleted, but this is why it should be an automated system. I'm not being funny. Like, come on. 2022, the most advanced sport in the world. You could make an automated track limits system exist where you just can't disagree. They're getting ready to run. Haas are getting ready to run. Has feel like they're going to be able to get this overturned. Maybe there'll be a bit of a delay to start Q2 then, as we wait to see. Albon spun on purpose to screw Gasly's lap. I mean, I'm sure no one actually believes that, right? Come on. Latifi was 4 tenths off. Not terrible. No, that's the thing. For Latifi to only be 4 tenths off, not being funny, like, I think that shows the step forward that Williams have taken. Right, let's see. Anthony Davidson's looking at the replay now. So turns in, so takes a lot of curb. Oh my God. He takes all of the... I mean, yeah, that's... He is... Yeah. Oh, Mick, man, that's such a... I don't think he's even, like, gained anything necessarily from cutting the corner that much, but... No, Mick Schumacher is out, not changing by the looks of it. Right, let's get this session back under way. Start, let's give that a go, see if that time is on. There we go, perfect. Right, Q2 has begun, everyone. Welcome. We currently have Latifi, Schumacher, Joe, Stroll and Gasly all out in Q1. Schumacher should have got through, but track limits would have put Albon out because Albon was P15, but Alex lives to fight another day. Grazie ragazzi. Right. Verstappen's out on track. Yeah, I'm surprised about Pierre. I wanna know a bit more about the context of how Pierre got knocked out there. But that's a Tsunoda dub. That is a head-to-head qualifying Yuki Tsunoda victory right there in the flesh. Already. So well done, Yuki. You know, Gasly dunked on him 100% of the time last year, almost, apart from right at the end of the season. So, big step forward from Yuki, for sure. Have I been to the Netherlands? Yes, I've been to Amsterdam a few times. Great place. Yeah, Yuki's definitely stepped up. I don't think Yuki's better than Gasly. No. No, not at all. I just think that, you know, Yuki's taken a big step forward. I think Pierre's kind of struggling, carrying the momentum and the standards that he's set over the last couple of years, you know, have been so high. And I think jumping in these new cars, he has struggled a bit more. But no, I still think Gasly's definitely a more complete driver with all his experience. But I think Yuki's showcasing that he is, you know, he's got the minerals. And his potential, you know, performance ceiling is quite a bit higher than it is right now. No, I have not been to Ireland. I really want to go to Dublin. Right up there on the list of gaffs I want to go. It's not even far. There's no excuse. And you know, McCluskey's a Gaelic name. Back to my roots, my heritage. Is Russell better than Hamilton? No. In a word, no. I don't think George Russell is better than Lewis Hamilton. What do I think of Amsterdam? Great. Fantastic. Loved it. Right, so we've got Lewis and George both on push laps at the minute. Again, Sainz is in the pits, so we'll only be kind of losing 4 cars here because Sainz is definitely out. He will be starting P19 tomorrow, regardless. Because he out-qualified Kev. He's 15th on the standings now, so there's going to be 4 cars on pace. So, that's, you know, it's a great opportunity. Obviously, a Ferrari being, you know, not fighting in Q2 gives another midfield car an opportunity to get into Q3. You think drivers who are probably going to be... You could maybe see Bottas Q3 would be quite... you know, left field. Here we go. So we've had, okay, so Albon 4 tenths, less than 4 tenths off Russell in the Williams, Albon. pretty good. And marginally quicker than Tsunoda on that first push lap as well. Well done, Alex. Lando goes quickest, 1:32.7, so he goes 0.6 quicker than Lewis Hamilton. And then almost a second quicker than George Russell as well. So it's Norris, Hamilton, Russell, Albon, Tsunoda of the cars that have set time so far. Vettel splits the Mercedes. First push lap splits the Mercedes. Very good, Seb. And then Leclerc comes in and goes 0.2 quicker than Norris. So, not like a country mile. Alonso, slower than Norris, quicker than Hamilton. Yeah, that Mercedes... Don't know, man. Like, they're looking pretty mid. Got to be honest. And Perez goes half a second quicker than Leclerc. Go on, Sergio. Verstappen takes a very, very wide line into that final corner. Was that on purpose? And then Verstappen goes quickest. 10th and a bit quicker than Sergio, but there's definitely time on the table. Norris went good 4/10 quicker than Daniel Ricciardo as well. 3.5, 4/10. Which isn't particularly surprising, let's be honest. Where's K-Mag putting it? P5. That Haas has got pace. That's a real shame for Mick, that. It's such a marginal mistake, but where that Haas car is a lot higher than P18 is where he'll be starting as well. So, do you think Vettel will stay with Aston Martin? I think if he was to jump ship now, I think that kind of defeated the point of him going there in the first place. It was always going to be a long-term plan. They haven't even got their new factory yet. Like, I think if he's going to do it, he's got to give it the time. In a kind of way, like Ricciardo should have maybe given Renault Alpine more time. You know what I mean? You know, that didn't work out. Alpine, I think, have the faster package at the minute. And Ricciardo was driving that car really well. You just think that was probably the mistake that I think Seb needs to make sure he doesn't make. So, elimination zone at the minute is Russell, Ocon, Albon, Tsunoda. And obviously Sainz. Sainz is going, though. So, yeah, it looks like Sainz, like we said, I think Sainz is going to try and get up there, probably to help out Charles. Interesting. So it does look like we will be losing 5 cars on pace from Q2, unless Sainz does something silly. And he goes fastest sector 1 as well, Carlos Sainz. Maybe he's just wants to prove a point. Interesting. Are you unbiased, or is there a team you support? I mean, there's not really a team I support, to be honest. But I think it depends what you define as biased. Like, I love Alex Albon, but I like to think I'm pretty objective about him. When he does bad, I call him out. When he does good, I'm happy, you know. Sainz just doing a glory run at the minute. Purple first and middle sector. Maybe that's what he needs. He just needs zero pressure, and then he's the quickest man in F1. It's just a flex. They're just flexing, right? Vamos. How fast has Carlos Sainz gone here? Because this looks bloody rapid. El Rapido goes almost a second quicker than Max Verstappen. 0.909 gaps. Max Verstappen, purple every single sector. There's a bit of a tip of the hat from Carlos Sainz there. Phenomenal lap. Look at that. Boom. Second half quicker than Leclerc as well. So yeah, the bottom 5 is Vettel, Russell, Ocon, Albon, Tsunoda at the moment. So I think it's going to be like the McLarens look clearer than Mercedes. Yeah. 9/10 faster than Verstappen. Yeah, we know this is going to be a Carlos drive through the field. Try not to get caught up in anything early doors. Damage limitation, you know. We'll see. Right, George needs to pull out a lap here, otherwise he'll drop out of Q2. So it's Vettel, Russell, Ocon, Albon, Tsunoda in that bottom 5. As George comes into the pits to, I guess, maybe get a new set of tyres. McLaren's quicker than I thought they'd be. Upgrade seems to have done a good job. Again, I think calling it upgrade is maybe a bit presumptuous that it will help performance, because it doesn't always. New parts, I think is a better way of putting it. New parts on the McLaren do seem to have done the intended job and improved their performance relative. I mean, you've got both McLarens quicker than Fernando in the Alpine. And again, I think Fernando's been the quicker Alpine driver this year for sure. So see if there's anything more Yuki or Alex maybe could do. I'm not anticipating it, to be honest, but we'll see. Thank you, Trey, mate, for the $5. Much appreciated, man. Ferrari's got the best engine, but it's ticking time bomb. Mercs are reliable but underpowered. Honda, Red Bull are mediocre but a good package. And look, it's right what Mattia Bonotto says. Like, you'd rather have a quick engine that can go. Russell wants to get out early. He just wants to get his time. He doesn't want to faff about and risk going out in Q2. Yeah, you'd rather have a quicker power unit with reliability problems, because with these, restricted, these frozen engine regulations, you can change your engine if it's for reliability purposes. You can't change your engine if it's for performance gain, basically. How that the engine regs are frozen until 2026. So you'd rather have a which is what Ferrari have done. They've gone, they're playing the long game, which makes sense, right? You look at the minute and you'd be like, the Ferrari have gone too hard with but you got to remember, like, they can't add any more performance to this engine until in 2023, 2024, or 2025. You've got 3 whole seasons after this year. You can't add any more performance to your engine, but you can add reliability upgrades. So start with a firework, something that's crazy performance but blows up a lot. Engineer it down over the course of 4 full seasons. So this year, next year, 24 and 25, you should have, maybe give it like middle end of next year, that engine should maybe be pretty reliable, Renault could be the best engine. The thing is, because there's no customer teams, we don't know how good the chassis is. Like, if there was a customer team running it, you might maybe get a bit more of a balanced look at it. The Renault powertrain could be the best. I don't think it is, but it could be. Renault's always ignored because it's just, there's just one team running them, right? Again, you can't have that. You can't, you can look at Ferrari, you can look at Haas, you can look at Alfa Romeo, you can look at, you've got these balances. You can look at, Mercedes, you can look at McLaren, you can look at Aston Martin. You can be like, okay, well, maybe it's the engine that's doing this and blah, blah, blah. Even Red Bull, you've got Red Bull and AlphaTauri. And yes, it's just 2 teams, but they're still, because one of the teams is the team fighting at the top. Whereas, again, Renault, they're just powering themselves and they're kind of top of midfield. Unfortunately, they're always going to be a bit more overlooked. But there you go. Right, 1:47 to go. No looking at live chat if you don't want spoilers. If you want spoilers, then crack on. All right, have it. Indulge yourself. Right, Esteban Ocon, push lap. Come on, Esteban. He needs. I think he needs to out-qualify, because I think, yes, he's delivered great points, but I think he should be ahead of Norris, given the performance of that car. I really do. He needs to beat Alonso in quali here. I think that would be a big. Oh, radio. Everything you've got. It's not looking great for Esteban, I'm not going to lie. A bit squirrely going into the chicane down the main straight. Marginally, fractionally up on Bottas, who is the cut-off in the first 2 sectors, but quite a bit off of his teammate then. So he's about 4 tenths down. based off them first two sectors anyway, if you're looking at a whole lap time. So I'm not expecting Esteban to get out of Q1 here, Q2 here. Vettel's on a push lap though. He's gone green first and second sector. So Seb's looking quite good, unless Ocon's absolutely slapped up. Albon goes 10th. Go on, son. Goes quicker than Bottas. Maybe Ocon will go quicker than Albon. He does. P6. Okay. Esteban Ocon, well done. He pulled it out of that final sector for sure. Quite surprised. That puts Albon out. Vettel goes quicker than Albon as well, so Albon's definitely out. Bottas P7. Puts Alonso at risk now. Hamilton's in the bottom 5. Both Mercedes in the bottom 5. Tsunoda up to P6. Hello. Okay, right, this is interesting. So it looks like Albon's probably going to be 15th here. Alonso goes up to P5. A lot of movement at the minute. A lot of movement going on. Don't look at live chat if you don't want spoilers. Russell. Is Russell going to get out of Q2? Yes, he is. P6. Lewis needs to improve now. Lewis is on a push lap. Green first and second sector. Magnussen's pushing as well. Don't really know why. Maybe he thinks there's a chance he can finish ahead of Sainz. Or maybe it's just for vibes. So Ocon's at risk here. Looks like Ocon's probably going to go out if Hamilton improves. Yes, Ocon's out. Magnussen improved though. Hamilton still needs to improve to get out of the bottom 5. And he does. P5. So that puts Ricciardo out. Ricciardo just got nabbed right at the end there. Oh, Daniel. He wasn't actually that far off Lando. Was Danny Ricciardo, but he was close enough that Lando finished P9, but Ricciardo finished P11. So Ricciardo is out. Ocon is out. Bottas is out. Vettel is out, and Albon is out. That is how it went. That's what's going on, people. Right. I'll just get the nice little graphic updated for you, and then boom. Lovely. There you go. What was the gap between Ricciardo and Norris? What was the gap? Okay, so yeah, okay. Ricciardo Norris was literally 1.4. No, 0.14, sorry. Not 1.4. 1.5 tenths between Norris and Ricciardo, which is like nothing. It's not enough of a gap, I think, for people to ride too much on Daniel. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. But yeah, Tsunoda Q3. Tsunoda Q3. Clap. Where's the clapping emoji? I'm just going to tweet that because I'm happy with that. That's pretty good. Tsunoda Q3. To be fair, I think, yeah, Gasly definitely showed that car had that pace, but didn't show it at the right time. Lando didn't complete his second run, didn't he? Oh, fair enough. Wow, that's risky from McLaren not sending Lando out again. There you go. Fair enough. Tsunoda and Alonso out qualifying their teammates in their home Grand Prix. Yup. Thank you, Sin, for the $7.99. Do you think Max will get pole? I think Charles will get pole. No, I think Carlos will get pole. Just for the vibes. Just for the vibes. Marwin, don't call Gasly stupid. That's not very nice. Right. Ricardo out. Ricardo's just chilling in the car in case any laps get deleted, but I think he's hoping for something that isn't going to happen. Sorry, Daniel. Sorry, mate. Should I get Minton? He's having a kick. He's literally laying in the sun with his... There he is. Magic Minton. Forget Magic Alonso, it's Magic Minton. Magic Minton. Here he is. The boy wonder. Nice pink cabinet, thank you. Always on brand. Hey. There's old Nico. Nico looks like... He looks so intense. When he's listening. When he's like not speaking. He looks so intense. Hello. Good boy, I love you. Daddy loves you. Good boy. Right. Go on then. Go back to wherever you were. Sleeping. Laying in the sun. What is the dog doing? He's just vibing, mate. Blaze, he's just vibing. Okay. What happened to Mick? He got his lap deleted. So he finished P19. Should have been like P11, 10, whatever. Hot take. Gasly top 5 tomorrow. Trust me. Oh, we've got to trust Tatsumi. Tatsumi's from the future. Minton always looks high. He does, doesn't he? What a laugh. What a laugh. Just in a constant state of of bliss. Tsunoda. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah, Haas look quick. It's annoying, isn't it, for Haas? Because they've got their driver who's starting at the back in Q3, and they've got their driver who doesn't have to start at the back, starting at the back. There's a tweet in that. Hang on. So Haas has their driver who need to start at the back in Q3, and their driver who doesn't have to start at the back, starting at the back. Just a single thumb up. I think that's there we go. Boom. Good tweet. I think that is. That's a good tweet. It's a great tweet. Also, if you don't already, by the way, like now's the time to follow me at Tommo F1, okay? Because only W's. Hello, Veloce brand account. Hello, admin. What are you doing on my turf? Anyway, right. Q3 has begun. Q3 is here. Means I have to work out the timing again. And I'm going to guess this. Am I right? Yeah, I got it right first time. Oh, I see. I can't bang my hand on the table now with this wedding ring without making a really loud noise. What's your opinion on Zandvoort? It's cool. I'd love to go. I'd love to go to Dutch Grand Prix. It's right up there, right at the sharp end of Grand Prix. I'd love to go to Grand Prix. I'd love to go to. Twitter is a dark place. I bring light to the dark. Everyone wants everyone else's toe, which is fun to see. GVO, Veloce GVO. Go, Daddy Alonso. Right. So we got Sainz, Leclerc, Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Alonso, Russell, Norris, Tsunoda, Magnussen. What is what reason are Ferrari and Haas running Sainz and Magnussen so much? Like, Magnussen's in the pits, right? So he'll probably just do one run at the end. But, like, Sainz is out on track. Like, apart from, giving Leclerc toe. That's the obvious. I will avoid Zandvoort because the Dutch hooligans. No, I'm an expose, you know. And don't get me wrong. Scumbag fans exist everywhere. Trust me, I'm a football fan. I know this. Data. Just data, right? Just need more data. Mattia Bonotto's like, lads, give me some more data, all right? That's his accent. That's exactly what Mattia Bonotto sounds like. Scare the competition with the new Ferrari engine. Hopefully. Imagine if Sainz's engine exploded in this qualifying. Wouldn't that be hilariously awkward? Sainz is quite close to the car in front of him. Yeah, Sainz is giving Leclerc a toe here, big toe. He's not even full throttle. Just don't give him dirty air, Carlos. Right. Man's got to get those data in it. Exactly, Lavish. Exactly. The data ain't going to get itself, is it? Come on. Ferrari often test their fans' patience, so that's probably it. Maybe, Melina. Maybe. They're just testing the patience of everyone. That is their testing. Do I still do race commentary? When have I ever done race commentary, Hanson? And it's lights out and away we go. No, I think I'd be sick at race commentary. Lol. Right. Verstappen was quicker sector 2. It's interesting. Okay, so Leclerc goes quickest with a 1:31.2. That's 4 tenths quicker than Perez. Alonso's almost 2 seconds slower than Perez. And then Tsunoda's another 2 tenths off the back of Alonso. Verstappen, 6 thousandths. 8 thousand. I can't count. 8 thousandths behind Leclerc. Hamilton goes quicker than Alonso. Russell goes quicker than Hamilton. Well done, George. On this first run. They're always so close. There's literally, 24 thousandths between Russell and Hamilton. They're always so close. So that's Leclerc. Then 8 thousandths behind Verstappen. 0.431 behind Leclerc is Perez. Then 1.2 Russell, 1.2 Hamilton, 1.4 Norris. And then Alonso, Tsunoda, they can't be representative times. So, and yes, I am behind. This is the timer. This is the live timer. Okay. Interesting. The 2 cars started at the back are both in Q3. So weird. Vibes. That was some good towing there from Ferrari. Sainz did a good job. Just jinked out of the way right at the end. just to make sure he wasn't inhibiting his... Because obviously there's toe, but then there's also dirty air, so you don't want to be being a pain in the arse through the filthy air, do you? Alonso go faster, please. No, I think Fernando and Tsunoda must not have set representative times because, you know, they're like almost a second behind the Mercedes and Lando. So, do you think Nick De Vries is going to get an F1 seat? Well, Toto Wolff has already come out. I didn't read the article, but I saw the headline basically saying Toto said that he can't really help Nick get a seat. So I think that, you know, honestly, I think, you know, I think getting those practice runouts for Nick is probably more of a Mercedes just being like, and Williams, to be fair, being like, oh, you know, you won Formula E, you won F2, you deserve a run out. But do I think he's actually going to get a seat? Probably not. I think Williams, it's either Piastri, maybe Sargent as well, because Logan's having an absolute worldie of a time at the minute. Make sure you watch the F2 sprint race after this, by the way. I'm not going to stream it. I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to eat some pizza after this because I haven't eaten anything today because I feel rubbish, but I need to eat something. But it's my tummy, so it's not ideal. Extra 2 teams would be nice. I agree. Maybe one of the extra teams, if you've not seen my latest video, maybe one of the extra teams, hang on, give me a sec, should be these guys. Oh look, it's the, oh look at that. Oh, that'd be a great team in F1. Wouldn't this be a great be a great team in F1? Right here. Hyundai, mate. Hyundai F1 team. Go watch the video after this stream if you haven't already, alright? Just saying. It would be sick. Okay. Oh, we're getting to crunch time now. Ah! Come on! Q3, baby! Let's go! Oh my... Literally, I can hear my voice like rattle in this room. I'm that loud. Korean bias, always. Drive off in a Hyundai. Why do Americans pronounce it Hyundai? The British pronounce it wrong. The Americans pronounce it wrong. Americans pronounce it Hyundai. British pronounce it Hyundai. But the Koreans pronounce it Hyundai. Hyundai. Hyundai, Hyundai, Hyundai. It's kind of like in the middle. The right one's kind of in the middle. Actually, for that video, I specifically went and listened to some Hyundai, what am I saying, like not trade shows, you know, like car releases where you actually have people who work for Hyundai saying the name Hyundai. Obviously, it's Hyundai. That's what it is. Right, okay. Q3 laps are beginning. Get your popcorn out, people. Woo. Oh, that was a terrible woo, wasn't it? I actually tried to do a proper woo there. It just went woo. Turning my audio off a bit. I don't even care. I don't even care. Right, so Sainz went out before Leclerc. So Sainz will be crossing the start-finish line before Charles will. Sainz is on a very slow lap, so he's clearly just there for vibes to tow his teammate. Leclerc, purple first sector, 100th up on his previous best. And it looks like, yeah, Sainz, so Sainz is giving Charles the toe on the kind of second straight. Verstappen's down, 1.5 tenths down in that first sector. Max Verstappen. So right now, it's not looking great for a Max Verstappen pole. It's looking very good for Charles Leclerc. He's getting that toe as well. Now 2 tenths up. Sainz doing the goated teammate job. Get out the way, Carlos. Bloody hell. He's done it. That's looked pretty good. Verstappen has improved middle sector relative to Charles, but still slower than before. So Max has got 2 yellow sectors. So unless there's some insane Herculean cock-up from Leclerc / W from Verstappen, then this is Charles Leclerc pole position written all over it. Leclerc does a 1:30.872. Purple final sector as well. What a final sector from Charles Leclerc. And it's looking like, unless Verstappen can do anything about it, no, he can't. No improvement. Verstappen, P2. And Sergio Perez, maybe. Because he's only 1.5 behind Verstappen. Hamilton improves to P4. Goes within, 9 tenths off Leclerc. Russell behind Hamilton. Bottled it final sector by the looks of it. Lando goes, splits the Mercedes. Lando Norris, P5. Well done, Lando. Very good. And I think that is it. It's Leclerc, Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Norris, Russell, Alonso, Tsunoda, Sainz, Magnussen. Well, there you go. There you go. Charles Leclerc P1, just like I said. Because I'm always right. Apart from when I'm always wrong. That's it, right. Finn, everyone. It's a bit of a shame Max wasn't able to hook up his lap. He was yellow first and second sector in that final run. So I'm not quite sure what happened. I imagine. Yeah, not sure. But front row, at the end of the day, can't be too unhappy with that if you're Red Bull. Yeah, I know I got the bottom 5 all wrong, but that doesn't matter. We're not going to reflect on that. No, it's not a 10 place penalty. It's he took more components, so he's definitely starting at the back. There you go. There's your 20 in order. Charles Leclerc, pole position. Another one. From Max Verstappen. Sergio Perez, P3. Considering he wasn't looking too sharp, he was only 1.5 off of Max in the end, Sergio Perez. So, well done, Serge. Big up, Serge. Lewis, P4. Lando, P5, splitting the Mercedes. Alonso, 7. Tsunoda, 8. Sainz, 9. Magnussen, 10. Obviously, they will go back to the back tomorrow. So Ricciardo will be starting P9. So not great from Daniel, but not the end of the world. And then we have it. I think probably the biggest loser in that qualifying was Mick Schumacher, right? Because his lap was more than good enough to get out of Q1, but track limits deleted back to P19. So if I had to say L of qualifying is probably Mick Schumacher, right? As for my top 5 predictions, let's see. So that okay. You know what? I was right about Lewis being up. I was only 1 off with Lewis. Okay. I mean, it wasn't. That's correct. That's wrong. No. That's right. That's wrong. That's wrong. And that's wrong. Okay. But I got the top 2 right, okay? So, don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. Do anyone know that reference? Classic vintage reference, that one? Yeah, okay. Gasly, Quali L. Yeah, that's pretty L worthy. But then Alex, no, I don't think Latifi was L. I mean, yes, he was last, but I think his gap relative to Alex wasn't crazy. Good, I'm glad you understood that reference, Barthy man. There you have it. That's Q3 complete. French Grand Prix qualifying. Charles Leclerc, the honorary Frenchman from Monaco, the Monegasque man, puts it on pole. We'll see tomorrow. I think obviously having Sergio up there is very important for Red Bull because I do think Ferrari seem to have the ultimate pace here. But Carlos has got to make his way through the field, whereas Sergio Perez is starting P3. Can be there from a strategy point of view to be a thorn in Charles' side, you know what I mean? So I think that, yes, I think Charles is looking the strongest, but Ferrari can strategize their way around it, perhaps. Sorry, Red Bull can strategize their way around it, perhaps. We'll see. All right. Everyone, thank you all for coming. Make sure you watch the F2 sprint race. I'm going to go downstairs and do that now and put a pizza on because I'm hungry. I'm not really hungry, but I need to eat because I haven't eaten anything today. I'm not well. So you missed. Minton was here earlier. I'm sorry. That opportunity's gone. This might be the last ever Quali stream. So if it is, end of an era. Farewell. Maybe it won't be. Maybe I'll do one next week. I'm not sure. But yeah. Thank you all for coming. Stay safe. Be well. Stay hydrated. Especially if you don't feel well. Don't apologise, Daniel. It's all good, mate. You can rewind the stream when I finish. And thank you. Ciao, adios. I am almost. Yeah, now I'm done. Goodbye.